Okay. Gamekillernobo asks. Oh, that's not a question. I keep leaving things that aren't because you people don't use question marks, so I end up use question marks. It makes it easier to. Okay. Pitswill50 asks, what was your favorite and least favorite part about Spider-Man 3? I'm assuming you're talking about the movie. My least favorite part was, well, I think the combat against the bosses was kind of generic, if I remember right. And I've only watched it once, and I didn't like it very much, and it was very forgettable, and thusly I forgot what my favorite part was. So, yeah. Pitsville50 asks, do you like Sly Serious and Jack and Daxter Serious of video games? Serious? Do you mean series? Okay. I've never played either. Pitswill50 asks, how many video games could you estimate that there is in the world? If video games you mean both computer and console games, I'm guessing 1/3 of 1,000,000? Like maybe 300, 350,000? And that's a guess. It's probably close to that. Okay, Jonno8825 asks, do you have a zombie survival plans? Generally not. I just figured that it would be better to have something that doesn't have ammunition as what I would defend myself with, like preferably a katana or a bunch of katanas or something like that. If they run instead of walk, then I would try to find higher ground and have lots of reserves of food. And I would continue to use my katana as long as it was sharp, and then I would try to sharpen it and get more katanas, etc., etc. I'd forge things. What do you think the medieval times we're talking about? Maybe I'd also get a mace, because maces are, well, that's for armor. I do think that swords are more effective when you don't have armor to deal with. It's more of a chopping weapon than it is a slashing weapon. But okay, CoolCat2994 asks, if you had to fight an Asian, who would it be? Jackie Chan, because he would kick my butt, but he'd make me laugh at the same time. Let me pause the recording for a bit. And we continue. Okay. It's another one. It's not a question. Okay, The10oi4life asks, do you live with your mom? I just want to know? Question mark? I don't know if you want to know. But if you do, no, I don't. Brain Liquor 1, that's not a question. Maxer2 says, do you go on vacation often? Only in my head. And if you do, what's your favorite place to go on vacation? In my head. Okay. gamekillernobo says, when Left 4 Dead comes out, can you please buy it quickly and start doing an LP of it? Because I love the first one, and I want to see the second. And please reply to me if you are going to tell it in some of these videos. Well, I failed that one, but, quickly? No, I still haven't gotten it going. But I got the whole sideline thing going on right now, like these videos right here, the question and answers, which I'm going to have to get through before I do the Left 4 Dead 2. Mr. Zarleko asks, can I do a barrel roll? I can do a barrel roll in bed with your mom. Okay. Okay. Tool Jamal asks, what's the worst thing that has ever happened to you? The worst things that's ever happened to me has happened to me by proximity of someone else having something horrible happen to them. I personally haven't been impacted too much, but it was the effect of what had happened. I shouldn't really get into it too much because it's not my place to say, But there was somebody important to me that has been, or had been, separated from me for a while. Let's just leave it at that. It has nothing to do with Sidruing. Nothing. Okay, moving on. What is the worst thing to... what is the worst thing that has... that... Okay, what is the worst thing that could happen to you? Probably rape and torture. For an indefinable amount of time of both me and everyone in my family that I care about, all friends, and then the end of the world blowing up right at the after that. Once everybody had been raped and tortured to death. Then the blowing up of the world and all plant and animal life being destroyed because of it. I'd say that would probably be the worst thing that could happen to me. So yeah. What about the best? Utopia on Earth. No more suffering, no more hunger, no more... we use our resources, we use enlightenment, we love one another, we are free with our emotions, we are happy, loving people. We remove... I mean, it's not like you would remove... You just remove a lot of the problems. Okay, if you think about it, the resources humans have. Now, of course, this is what... I mean, the best thing that could happen to me is a better world. That's the best thing that could happen to me. And a better world is using our resources to not sit in front of the television, build better televisions, build better shows, advertise more, make more money. That's not where we should use our resources. We should use our resources to beautify reality, to clean it, to keep it clean, to have policies of true fairness, and which would include not having so many qualms about the significance of life. That gets into a big old, its own debate. It's kind of hard to explain. Basically, there's a lot of comedians out there that talk about how, why do we spend more money to send someone on for a death sentence than in life in prison, when a knife would be free? You know, I mean, I don't want to say anything too political on this. That's not really what this has to do with. But there is a major problem with our current setup, that we are overly concerned about so much. I mean, yes, we have to keep our humanity, we have to keep our heart. But you have to kind of see that life in and of itself has a sense of insignificance. If someone is sadistic, and it is possible to heal them and make them recover, is it truly worth the effort to get them to recover? I mean, I don't want to lose humanity, that's not what I'm saying. It's just, we put so much value on the individual human life as compared to the general population. I don't understand. Why is it so important to keep one person alive and not keep 20 people alive? I don't get it. Okay, but anyway, we just have our priorities massively off. We have plenty of resources to solve every world problem as it exists today, easily, and have much better lives. I don't know why we don't do it. So yeah, the best thing would be a better world. God, that was deeper than you probably meant to ask. Tool Jamal asks, how many games do you have approximately? 50 or 60 right now?